We start interviewing perhaps the wait staff from the World of Beer.
You know, we need that.
And see if they'd like to.
We need that intern that's back there in like a
Jamie
picture frame like Tom Green had on his show, and all I did was laugh.
That's
Phil.
Well, we have that
That
now.
was his name, Phil. No, Phil was a fat guy right on his couch. There were two guys there.
Oh man,
and then
that's
the other guy
Tom
just
Green trivia that I don't have. You're going deep.
I know. The other guy was just in the back laughing.
Yeah, that was Phil. Pretty sure it was Phil.
Phil was his right hand.
We have our own Phil that sits in the background and laughs. It's usually at us, though.
Laugh?
At us.
I'm not sure there's a lot of laughing going on. Cory, where's your shot glass? Cory Selesky, ladies and gentlemen.
Cory what?
Cory Selesky.
Oh, okay.
What the hell is
there was a little in there.
I think there was another L in there.
There's a couple. Not right next to each other, but
Cory Selesky.
Cory Selesky.
It's been a long week.
And speaking of
Cory soliloquy, everybody.
really tying up words today, John was dispatching, obviously, as he does.
Okay.
Hold
and
on, let me explain. None of us will all work with you guys.
Oh, he's our dispatcher, and a real funny guy.
Okay.
Retired from Detroit.
Sorry to interrupt your.
Oh yeah,
Take quickly. Okay, Schnozzcast not.
Schnozzcast.
I can't stop doing it now.
Cory Selesky, everybody.
Yes.
Did you say Sobieski?
This is my friend Cory Selesky.
Those were done, you company.
Ooh.
Smooth.
So smooth.
Fire by down the
So John's our dispatcher, and Tony and I were starting to eat our lunch, and he asked John. He goes, "Hey, John," he goes, "What do you got to eat today?" John didn't even look at him to respond. He just goes, He said, "John, what happened, John? You okay?" Yeah, I got eat.
Had a stroke.
Oh yeah, that's where look at us, John. I mean, make sure your face isn't drooping.
Yeah.
He's a guy. I don't know what I have to eat. I just threw it in the microwave to warm it up, and I don't know what it is.
Did he prepare it, or was it made by someone else?
His wife, John's 71.
he didn't know what he had for lunch.
I gotta tell you.
And he realized that when he threw it in the microwave, and Tony confronted him with, "What do you have?"
Right.
He was like,
he was terrified that he didn't know.
He's like,
but he's probably terrified because he wasn't sure if he honestly just grabbed something just to grab it, or if he forgot what it was.
And he was like,
I cannot identify.
He's like, I don't know what I have, so I didn't know how to respond. I go, okay, so he just mumbled a bunch of words together. He's like,
as you do.
Yeah. So then,
one does.
In that same lunch period, there was Sheehan came in, another guy that works with us, and he starts talking to John about back when he was in college, and he went to Northwestern, and he
all about the pageantry.
So he says, me and my sweet mate, when we were in college, blah blah blah. And he went on for a good 3 minutes.
I don't know what that's like.
And finally, John turns to him after 3 minutes of Mike still talking. He goes, "What the fuck is a sweet mate?"
Is he cool?
And that's
real nice guy. He's cool and sweet.
And that's Tony and I lost it. So for the past 3 minutes, John has literally been sitting there, staring at the desk. What the fuck is
just
waiting for sweet death?
Like just
Pulse.
I can only imagine in his mind. He's like, "Oh, so I guess Sheehan dabbled in college, huh? Him and his sweet mate." And then so he finally explained it, and John was like, "Oh yeah, that's not what I was thinking." We figured we knew what you were thinking, John. It's okay, bud.
By the way, Zeke and
good kiss.
Zeke, who was on the podcast 2 podcasts ago, used to work with us, and him and John got into a heated match That can only be described as a battle of the wits. And
Can it though? Since Zeke was part of it.
Zeke's comeback was
Battle of the Twit.
yeah. Zeke's comeback was okay, Mr. Wrinkles.
Okay, Mr. Wrinkles.
John goes, what? John said he
Sing,
couldn't.
bitch.
John said he,
Mr. Wrinkles.
John said he couldn't do anything but laugh. He said because it was so.
Oh, so it actually did work.
Oh, John said he's like that was the best Zeke had. And Zeke still to this day thinks it was great. It was fantastic. John's like, gee whiz, Mr. Wrinkles. Yeah, right. Get a life.
Well played.
Mr. Wrinkles.
I got to tell you, I'm kind of looking forward to being 71, where you're like,
Oh, we have a picture of you.
I don't know what it.
We have a picture.
She
of you.
made something.
Remember?
I don't know what it is.
Remember
I just grabbed the Tupperware.
Remember today?
Yeah, I remember that.
We have a picture of you at 71.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Nor should I reveal it.
Hold on. I'll reveal it.
Did you guys bring up Zeke when we did that band thing and all?
Hold on. Will you?
Oh wait, we brought that a long time ago. Yeah.
Will you still be sending me a Valentine?
Wow, Bobby. Hey, you don't look too bad. You look all right.
What? No.
I remember what I look like.
Oh, I'm sure Nick will show you.
Yeah, this was the week of the face app, so
Yeah.
it was like a
Goddamn communist Rusky face app.
like a plague.
Did you guys see my post? I know you saw it.
I literally have looked at Facebook like twice all week. What's your
No.
post?
No.
I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, pretty much.
No.
Pretty much.
Hey,
Face app has been done to death.
I just had
Oh my
mine.
goodness.
Oh, she's kind of hot.
See that?
Hey, good looking.
Danielle.
But she don't-
Fine, I have yours
Danielle.
too. As
No, she just
Danielle.
showed mine.
Danielle, women
Him.
age.
Oh, okay.
We die first, but women age about 3 years
I thought
averagely
I thought that
worse
was-
than men do.
that was Dawn's older
3 years
sister.
worse?
Oh.
Yeah, because women, they like to go
Yeah,
tanning,
not
they
bad.
do all the makeup, and they tease their hair, and that's why you get a...
he didn't get as many wrinkles
See.
for some reason.
Oh,
Corey,
I'm sure
Corey
you can
looks
fix that.
pretty good. What about me?
Corey,
Someone to do
Corey,
me.
Send that one to me.
Nick, someone.
No.
Joe,
I'm not gonna put it on Facebook.
Joe
Just
wants
send-
someone to face app him. So
to
you're-
face app Joe.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're kind of the
I already deleted mine. So.
I didn't.
Of course you didn't.
Do I smile or just...
Do you normally smile? I don't know. I'm just.
I'm not sure how to answer that
You look like
question.
you're pooping. I don't know.
That's my smile.
I'm sure
smile when I
there's
poop.
a good chance he might be pooping 30 years from now. So is this 30 years in the future it'll age him?
I don't know what the aging is. Hold on.
I
You
feel
told
like
me it was
some
like
people,
2038. So
some people
so-
get aged more than others.
No, I told you
Depends
when it
what
was
you eat.
2038 because we had to go.
Oh, sorry.
He goes, "Oh, is that how many years?" I'm like, "No, it's 2038. We need to leave if we're going to podcast at 2045 or 2145."
Yeah, I'm not,
He's like, "Oh."
I don't speak Japanese.
Me neither.
I'm not in the military, sir.
I do.
What are you posing for the picture now?
I'm waiting.
All right.
Hockey, new hockey. Hachi, Juhachi.
Yeah, how'd you do?
I don't know, but...
All right, Joe, face me.
Marine, call the concierge.
Well, Joe's will be good because Joe.
Will it though?
Well, because it likes people with facial hair because it can add gray and all that other shit.
Damn right.
Yeah, but then it can't have wrinkles underneath the facial hair.
Working.
Probably,
working.
Corey.
Boop, boop, boop. Working. Burp, burp, burp.
It's going to put me in. I'm going to have like an eye patch and no lower jaw.
That's probably, I think
No,
that-
it doesn't turn you
Because
into
of
a
cancer.
pirate or a Viking.
I think that's the best Joe or the best picture Joe's ever taken. It's a good picture.
Because I'm on edibles right now.
That might be
really.
true.
I'm gonna take
That might be true,
All right, let's see.
except that it's not. Work.
Oh, Joe, I told you not to smile.
Work.
I didn't. I kind of just... That's me old?
No, I told you not to smile. You're smiling.
Oh, that thing. I know.
That thing.
Hold on. Boop. Boop.
Mm.
Can add a smile.
All right.
Okay,
that's
so we
kinda
can-
freaky.
It's kind of freaky.
Well,
All right.
let's
I know
make sure and
I
stretch
didn't know
this
my
out.
teeth were that nice.
Let's stretch this out in an audio podcast where no one can actually
Yeah.
hear what we're doing.
Oh, like when we looked at your old pictures of you.
Which we also tried to hurry
Oh,
up.
ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think I've seen him at a liquor store before asking me for money.
My weather.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen him at Uncle Ray's.
his name is Ray.
Wow.
Yeah. As long as I could get the bloat out underneath my eyes, I think it'd be okay.
That's a good picture. I like it.
Yeah, I look like an alcoholic.
All this does is age you, Joe.
I feel my liver. It's like a voodoo.
Yeah, right.
My liver.
Here's what you look like: a pancreatic cancer.
Ah, now that would be great.
Would it?
To have an app that would give you
Wow.
the symptoms
How about this,
of
Joe?
like jaundice or
Joe.
Oh my god, that'd be great. That young
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, I don't know if I like young Joe.
Young Joe's beard is very spotty.
Especially on the one side of his face.
Yeah, it's,
Nick did a picture with me with a younger beard, like dark hair, but actual beard, like filling in all the parts that have never been able to grow. And I'm like, dude, if I had a beard like that, I would never shave it off. I would wear that all the time, constantly. But I can't grow it.
Sure, but you've
No,
never
no,
tried.
yes.
Oh, no.
Dude,
You never tried.
it doesn't grow.
Or goatee grows. You'd look good with a goatee
Yeah,
like
so
Cory.
is it so hard for you to
Oh, I always thought it
accept
looked
that
good in glasses.
this grows but this does not?
What do you think now?
No, I think glasses. I could pull them
I
off.
still don't know why the beard's so. The beard's
He
very.
looks like
patchy.
the bad guy from Happy.
My beard's patchy.
It's in the picture.
No, on that one.
I'll give you a little bit.
I think so.
All right, Carol, we got 104, sir, just to mark the time, almost 11 o'clock. Do-ah.
Can I?
Do-ah.
Can I go into my?
Right
Little
after
thing?
we wrap
Go
up.
into your
What's
Caterpillar, your little turtle shell.
Well, I did make a list. I made it when we were at the movies. Actually, your last podcast.
Let me be bold enough and scared enough to ask what's on this list.
Tell me when.
What's you want to wrap up the live stream?
No,
real
we're
quick?
only doing live stream.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's not
disregard
bad.
then.
How long can we go on the live stream for you to still comfortably edit the video? You'll have to tell us how long.
Well, whenever we wrap, it's fine. I mean,
No, there's a limit to which.
dude, I was able to do. I was able to do the poolside one that was 3.5 hours long. I was able to do that in three segments. So that's not. This won't be anything near that. Whoa!
His face is melting off.
Oh no!
What
loved
happened?
I loved you in Tenacious D.
That's still me.
Yes.
Were you in old school?
Was there an extra old feature?
My boy.
That's my boy Blue.
It's a secret, so you take a screenshot of old and make it older.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'll tell you guys
Does it
what, though,
eventually
I'm
just become-
growing my hair out. I'm going to see how it looks.
let's do
Maybe
that.
like your length.
Yeah.
Just
I
say
got
it's
a lot of
eventually
grays.
just become a dead body.
A lot of grays.
How old are you now?
That'd be great.
35.
That's pretty much when I started.
But you know what? If I grow it out and I get that nice salt and pepper, I might leave it. Because I still have
Dude,
hair.
it's the one
just-
thing that.
Yeah.
So there's one woman that I used to work with, Nancy. No,
course.
not that Nancy.
Of course,
No,
Nancy.
she's younger than I am, but she to this day has long hair, but she just let it go gray. So it's like a silverish kind of, and I'm like, good for you.
I think
How old are you going with
His eyes
this?
are sinking in.
Wait, how old is he supposed to be? How many years is it adding?
170.
Is it?
I'll tell you what, my grandpa Bob is 93 and he doesn't look like
Joe,
that. So.
Nick, do you realize if Joe lived to be 170, how upset he would be with the way things were?
I'd be breaking records. I'd be getting awards and all
These
kinds.
goddamn flying cars. I can't believe it.
He'd kill,
Minimum wage today.
he'd kill himself
Yeah.
way before that. That's the
Hey,
same.
Bob, you don't look bad.
No, it's not bad.
No, he'd age me, I think, twice again for the one you saw earlier.
This is just one time.
Yeah, that's just one time.
That's
That-
about where you
yeah,
go.
the other one doesn't look like me.
But you know how
But
many
that
people...
one I can see. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably.
That sounds
So I
good.
predict that's a time machine right there. I'm looking at
So,
the future.
There's 5 of us down
Yeah.
here, and we all know each other. And Nick's
What's
doing
your name?
all that. And we're laughing about it and all
Yeah.
that. But how many people do you think are using that app and looking at themselves and they're like, they actually think that that's what they're going to look like?
A lot of people.
A lot
and
of
then,
people.
And then they
a
just,
ton of people.
but they get depressed and they're like, oh my god, I don't want to look like that, and they're really crying about it. I'm
So
like,
they're either gonna do something about it or they're not.
exactly, but what don't? They just kind of give up. It adds to their depression. That's more.
See,
like
that's where I think he did that before. And I'm
That's
like,
alcohol.
that's Bob Barker. That's not me.
No, that's like Chevy Chase.
That's the price is wrong, bitch.
You're listening to episode 127,000.
Yeah. July 30th, 2048. Looking around the table and I see all the usual cohorts.
We're
Nicholas J. Bader,
Look at-
Esquire.
we have a new
Oh,
sponsor. We have a
new
new sponsor, Swanson Adult Diapers.
Swanson
Did I
diapers.
think- I don't remember.
Finally, they moved from the TV dinner aisle to the
No, I don't know. I don't remember. What's the adult
I
diaper?
know that we gave Nancy a lot of shit, but she was a looker.
Oh my god, you
I
take
can
a picture
poop
of
a gallon.
Nancy.
Dude,
And I
no,
don't
that
have
would
to
be-
even get up.
Yeah, it's okay. So seriously, if Nancy's there tonight, please take a picture
No,
of her.
no, do not.
No, I'll just make her younger. That's how I'll
And-
rope her in.
Is that how you rope her in?
That's how I rope her in.
Be
What
prepared
are you
then for a
trying to rope her
conversation
in
that will
for?
literally go on for the entire
Oh,
time.
sorry.
Let's see. Is there a filter for wash sweater?
Filter for clean chair seat.
I don't have an old bag filter on my phone.
Uh-oh. Is that debonair?
See what I mean? Yeah, I could never grow that beard. First
Sure
of all,
you could.
No, I can't.
Shut up.
Look.
You could.
Hey, Joe.
So, wait a minute. Do you shave?
How often do you shave your forehead?
Oh,
Oh, because hair doesn't grow there.
Twice a day.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I've seen you. No.
is that bubbling up?
No,
You-
hair
you-
doesn't
you-
grow everywhere. Jesus
can
fucking
grow
Christ.
this, right?
Yes,
Mustard.
goatee. Beard, no.
Then do that. But it doesn't have to be like this or like
my
Cory's.
point is, oh, that beard, I like that beard, I can't grow that beard. Your boy's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, no. A beard is from sideburn to goatee.
But a beard is what you can grow. If you grow it out and it's like, oh,
It's Jack.
No, that's my cousin Billy.
no, that's Gerhard Ranke from Wonderlust.
What?
Oh my God, they shot him.
All right, in the interest of a podcast that ultimately is about an audio copy, I'm gonna have
Yes.
to put a stop to this.
All right.
let's move on. Joseph, you and I talked just to set the stage.
Yes.
You sent me a text at the almost very last minute,
Yeah.
asking me if we were podcasting tonight. I said, "Yep." And he said, "Cool, you got room for me?" I said, "Yes, we do." And then I gave you several instructions.
Mm.
I said, "Think about what you might have for a pick of the week." What in the fuck?
Wow, Bob.
Think about what you might have for a pick of the week. Think about any weird news stories you might have heard during the week. Think about how to bring the funny, and
I got the
be
funny.
here by 9:30.
Okay.
So you took some notes on your phone,
I did.
and what do you got?
Well, where do you want me to start?
Why don't you go to the top and at the beginning? That's where you should start.
Okay. Well, Dawn and I,
Who's Dawn?
Dawn is my girlfriend.
All right.
She finally got me to the movies. I don't go to the movies that often because there's nothing I really want to see. I'll keep this short. So she took me to the movies, just me and her. We went and saw that Midsummer or whatever.
Okay, I know nothing about it. What is that movie supposed to be about?
Well, it's about a group of kids, and one of them is like a Norwegian exchange student going to college here.
Okay.
And he talks all of the friends, all the characters into coming over to his village, and two of them are like anthropology.
Going back to Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And two of them are anthropology majors, so they want to go study this like family. And they call it a family. So they all go over there and like immediately are offered like mushrooms, and they're all tripping out. And a lot of shit goes down. And it's not gory, but it just takes that immediate like crazy turn.
Okay.
And I'll keep it at that.
So
And-
it sounds like you liked the film.
It was a good film. Yeah.
Okay.
And while I was doing that, I wasn't really paying attention to the film. I was, but I wasn't.
What?
And I was jotting down stuff because I
While
wanted
you
to
were
go to
watching
last
the
week.
film?
Yeah.
Did you go see this film tonight?
No. It was last week, but the previews before films now, they're not so much like, hey, here's a movie preview. They throw in like commercials and shit like that. Like jeans commercials, Levi jeans commercials.
I
And,
hate jeans
Oh, like
commercials.
movie preview, commercial, movie
yeah,
preview.
they throw in
yeah.
commercials.
Yeah. But not
So
in
my
the not
big
in the
thing-
middle of one preview. They don't like break up a preview with a jeans commercial.
Yeah, there were a couple commercials while we were watching this movie that kind of got me, and I wrote them down. So, the gist.
Okay, stop. So
Okay.
I feel like this might be a good candidate for the bitch moan and complaint section.
But that's all I got.
No, that's fine. It's all you got. No,
Okay.
I asked you to come up with something. I feel like.
Oh, you want me to start with the pick of the week?
No. I don't know where this falls, but when you say like, here's some things, I feel like you're about to tell me things that pissed you off.
No, they don't piss me off. I just want to bring them to the table. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and I won't apply a label to them until later.
Okay. So you're
All right.
waiting for me to get pissed off?
No. I'm
See,
waiting
I
to.
told you,
I'm
I
waiting
told
to
you.
figure out. I should let you keep going so I
Okay.
can figure out what it is. So go
Well,
ahead.
not only in the few commercials that they put between movie previews,
Mhm.
but then I've noticed this on TV too. Like every commercial nowadays, whether it's for like a candy bar or a gum company or Levi's jeans, all these commercials are trying to be like they're real deep. You know, it's not like, hey, Levi's jeans, they fit great. Neither of these people are even interested.
I'm listening.
You know, they're not talking about the fit and the toughness of the jeans. Like it's always like a it's a gum commercial, and like a guy at his locker unwraps the gum and looks down at a girl and writes her a little note on that, and then
Wrigley's.
yeah, and
Double
then
mint?
gives it to her. Yeah, and gives it to her, and then she writes something back and blah blah blah. No,
Well, it would have to
we're
be
in
twins
love.
if it was double.
We're in love. And like so, Wrigley's gum brought you together, like that kind of shit.
There's a science to that. You know.
No, but they do it to make like they make every item that you can buy now. Like the commercial is just so deep. It's like commercials where you see, it's like a Cheerios commercial where it's like a mixed family. It's a black mom and a white dad and their kids, and they're all having good time. And Cheerios doesn't mean any harm. And they're having breakfast and all, and then the commercial ends, and nobody gives two shits about it. But then you go on their website and you look at their comments, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they promote mixed racial whatever. I'm never buying Cheerios again." And you're like, "What the fuck is the matter with you? This is just a Cheerios commercial. It's for cereal." You know, they're not trying to be groundbreaking, but I think more and more and more they're really trying to tap into the LGBT community.
Mhm.
You know, with all their advertising, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But to me, like, I don't think that a lesbian couple would be like, hey, I haven't seen the lesbian couple on that Irish Spring commercial, so we're not buying that. I don't think they're that, one-sided.
No, but I can't speak for the lesbian community, but I
Why can you not?
I've had very, very little experience in lesbianism.
But you get what I'm saying? Like
Sad, very sad.
It is. I'm regretting
like Dove commercials. They're putting on full-figured women, in
Sure.
their bra commercials and
Sure.
stuff, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
Well, once upon a time, it wasn't. That never happened.
No, but I really don't even think it's like men that give a shit. But there's people out there. All
I
of
think
a
people
sudden, they're
thought
just
that
like,
men
"Oh
did,
my
and that's
god,
why
why
they-
would you put them out?
Well-
Models are this and models are that."
The advertising tends to change with the times.
No,
They're
it
trying
does.
to-
You want to keep up with the trend, and I
Yeah.
completely get
and,
that.
and their
but,
whole idea is to attract
Right.
customers, not to repel them.
But that shows you that all this is a trend like this.
Well, but trends. If it's a trend in America that will end or has a low shelf life, then marketing for advertisements will probably follow along with that.
Sure.
But if it's something that, I think the LGBTQ community has, certainly been around long enough, and they've had enough of an uphill battle
Right.
to get equal rights. Respect, health care for same-sex marriages,
Sure.
that sort of thing. That I don't think it's a. Oh, thank you. You give me water. You give me all.
No, it's not a bad thing, and I don't think
What do you
that
want me to do here? Oh.
anybody should be denied anything. Like, there's a cover
Oh,
girl.
Sorry, let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
I think that.
Can I finish?
Can I finish? Sorry, Nick just.
Are
gave me
those in alcohol?
Yep.
brandy cherry?
Oh, alcohol. You hate alcohol. Not a fan, huh?
I was just expecting a regular maraschino cherry.
So you got a pleasant surprise.
That's right. You got a maraschino cherry that stayed out all night.
Oh!
No, but all I'm saying is like.
No, sorry. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
So the LGBTQ community, I would think that. So certainly that's not a trend. It's something that they're fighting for equality, and if that's being reflected in the advertising that they're seeing on TV today, I should think that they would see that and be. I should think that they would see that and be happy to see something that portrays, let's say a same-sex couple in an ad where you never saw one before. That finally gives them some sort of recognition that it's accepted to a degree that they never have been before in the norms of society.
No, and I agree, and I don't think they would ever have not have bought that product if they didn't have a commercial that had a gay couple in it or something like that.
Right, but they may be more inclined to once they.
No,
It's
they
like
are,
Black
but-
Panther.
but-
You remember Black Panther?
Yeah.
The black community embraced the film, and from all the reviews that I read and all the interviews that I saw, one of the reasons they embraced it so heavily was that they finally, there were kids, black children who had really never seen a hero that represented who they were on the
Right.
screen. They just weren't. There weren't any black superheroes. There weren't any black heroes in films for a long, long time. And to see that done with such stylishness meant that they just embraced it in a way that they never had before, and that's what made it such a success. And
No.
so it's sort of along those same lines.
And I agree. It's like what they did with Little Mermaid. It's black now.
Is that true?
Yeah.
The live action, the
Yeah.
I
girl
did
who's
not-
playing Ariel
I
is
did not know
is
that.
black.
And Annie was black, but all these
Annie was
friggin-
black? And like
Yeah.
Little Orphan Annie?
they came out with a.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
couple years ago, yeah.
Oh, all right.
But all these people are like, that's not right, blah blah blah. You're like, who cares? It's
Because
not a big
people
deal.
are ignorant.
No, and that's the
end-
problem.
that's-
Who cares?
Hold on, though. Hold on. When I heard they're making a new Ghostbusters, I was a little sad. Because I felt a deep connection to the Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson?
Yeah.
Quartet of the original films. And I'm like, why? That was perfect. Why are you redoing it? I know that doesn't compare to like redoing Little Mermaid with a black girl as Ariel instead of a white girl. But I wonder if that's the same feeling that those fans get, or is it more racially motivated?
it's more
Where they're
racially
like,
motivated.
she doesn't look white.
That
like
was
me anymore."
exact. Well, that
No.
was the thing is she doesn't look like the cartoon version, and like Disney came back and was like, "Listen, the Little Mermaid was like set in
sea.
the Little Mermaid was Danish,
Yeah.
so you're saying that
Yeah, so they
Danish-
didn't follow the story.
Right. like the whole storyline is they
Her
were."
hair is clearly not wet. She's supposed to be in the sea.
Like, what are you talking about? It's a cartoon.
Ariel,
But yeah, that's they had
Wow,
come
what
back
a
with
swim.
that it's like a Danish tale. You're saying that there aren't Danish like black people that are Danish when
Sure,
there
sure.
are.
Are there?
Yeah.
Are you?
But it's
I
like-
didn't know that.
All Cory is hearing is.
If you'd have said yes,
Danish.
there are, or no, there weren't, I'd been like, okay. Like, I have no idea.
It's like with the Ghostbusters movies, like you said. Now, 1 and 2 were the same cast, pretty much. And then when they did the third one and did all women, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 were dorky guys, nerdy guys that love those kind of movies. And I loved them too.
Mhm.
But when they did a third one with all women, the backlash was unbelievable because those guys were like, listen, they're supposed to be men, blah blah blah. Why would you do this? Blah blah blah. I'm like, this is a make-believe profession that
Yeah.
they're doing. Who cares? Who
Yeah,
does it?
I
You
wasn't.
can have monkeys doing it,
I don't
and
care.
that's
if
what they
they're-
get pissed off about.
You know what? If
It's so stupid.
if they remade 9 to 5, and it was somebody else other than Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck that movie. I remember it best that way. It doesn't need to be remade, and that's the way I feel about it. It's not that I'm like, oh, you can't do it with a female cast. I'm like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I preferred my memory with that because it was good. It didn't need to be redone.
Well, I mean, like if you change the lyrics, stumble out of bed and head to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition. I would be upset if Dolly changed those lyrics to 95. I know what you're talking about, Bob.
All right.
I'm right there with
You
you.
did jump in. Well, there's no sports involved.
Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 bum, bum, bum.
That's true. She is country.
And
So you
other-
have seen that movie?
No. Nope.
God damn it!
You know the
Why
other
the-
thing.
Why the fuck are you?
This is why we're
record-
explicit on iTunes,
Come
ladies
on.
and gentlemen.
Then one more thing, and then I'm done. 'Cause I only had 2 things on my phone.
That's fine. You don't have to be done.
Well,
Did we answer? What was your the point of that was?
the whole point
what?
of the thing is like all these advertisements and stuff have to be like, it's so deep. It's like, oh, you found your true love, you know, because you dropped your plane ticket and went down to grab it, and he grabbed it too, but grabbed your wrist, and you look up and
You're
it's
like rape.
No, and then you're like, oh, and it turns out to be like a Doublemint gun commercial. Like, what the fuck?
But they're
Okay.
gonna-
Like, that doesn't
Dawn
mean
says she's
anything.
doing last call. Do you guys want anything?
No, I'm good.
Shut the fuck up. What?
No, and the
I
last thing.
was serious about to have a coronary.
Because they're trying to sell a product. They
Yeah,
gotta tear at your heartstrings.
that's
like
marketing.
the thing.
No, but the
That's
product.
marketing.
I get that, but the product should be about the product.
Yeah, it's
used
never.
to
But it
be.
never.
Never.
It used.
No,
but that
it
was like
used to be.
50 years ago.
It used to be about the product.
When in the 70s?
No,
Now
no,
they
yeah,
just wanna
I mean,
sell
they
shit,
told
they
you
don't
what
care.
the product was. Now, this is my last
In
thing.
your when are you born?
83.
In your lifetime, it has never been about just the product. In your lifetime.
No, I mean they sold to kids, but what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
nowadays, like take McDonald's. McDonald's had to like kind of retreat from that, from selling to kids because they got all that shit from that movie.
Which movie?
Super Size Me. Like, oh, you're marketing directly to the kids. You're teaching them to eat this at a young age. Blah 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 blah. So now McDonald's look like funeral homes. There's no color to them. They're like black and you've seen new McDonald's. There's nothing to them.
I drive through.
They're
Well,
like,
they're like
black
McDonald's in
and
probably
gray.
15
They're
years.
like black and gray.
Okay.
No,
Coffins
when we went
embalming
to
fluid.
And everything,
Chicago.
every commercial that you see is like young hipsters, so it's younger people, maybe 17, 18 years old. But why is that any different than the cereal aisle at the grocery store? You walk up and down, and they still got the cereal mascots, and the kids see them, and they're like, oh, I want that, I want that. It's up to the parents to stop the kids. No, you can't have that. No, we're not going to McDonald's. McDonald's should be a circus with slide. Remember the outdoor playgrounds? That
You
they
know
had?
why they changed it? They had to cut back on the budget because they're starting to pay people $15 an hour.
No, not at McDonald's. Or not. And
I
McDonald's?
heard
No,
the
they're
decorate-
actually
the decorating
they're actually
budget
cutting
had to go
jobs.
down.
Cutting
They're getting
jobs,
rid
not
of the
paying.
play places and stuff because they're not sanitary.
Mm-mm.
They're not as big
They're
as
getting rid of the
Kids-
play
Kids
places
Kingdom, though.
because they got that stamp that all they do is try and get kids into there.
Are you-
That's why they did it.
You know what? So I
So I'm
understand. I hear
done.
what you're
I'm
saying.
done talking.
I hear what you're saying. I feel like this is this needs to be a segment just called what's pissing Joe off today, because I don't know.
I'm not pissed about it. I'm just
No. But I feel like
You know what really grinds my gears?
they're
cranks my
thoughts that you had and you wrote them down, but there's no quick fix to them. You weren't seeking an answer really. It wasn't really a question you're asking, like why does
No,
this
that
happen?
was just what's
You're
on
just
my
more
chest.
like an observation.
Yeah.
But I think the reality is that you're butting heads up against your logic is butting heads up against the machine that is the marketing industry. For
Oh
the
yeah,
last
no, I
50
get the
years.
marketing industry. Trust me.
Yeah, and then they're gonna do whatever soulless shit they have to do to peddle their wares to the biggest audience, and if that means they have to make it
that's
not
the
about the
problem.
product, that's what they're gonna do.
And this is the last thing I'll say, but that's the problem. They will do so much soulless shit and market and market and market. And really, the only person that can play defense against the soulless marketing and your child is you.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that.
That is it.
Yeah.
You're the parent. You say no or you say yes. Period. I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, short podcast.
Joe, you know this is a comedy podcast, right?
So Rabbi
All right, you hit the restroom. We're gonna start with we're gonna center it
Don't
on
you
the
be
table
talking
because
about
I
me.
feel like we've been monopolizing the conversation.
Can I go in there yet? Or?
No, I would not. Especially since our microphone's literally feet away from that door. Nick, you all right?
Yep. Good.
What do you say? Pick of the week? Anybody got something?
I think Nick has one real quick thing, and then
No, we can do. We'll do that later. There's not enough time.
okay.
There's not enough time.
No, we're making a short cast. We've gone past that. So.
Well, we are at not just before an hour and a half right
Yep.
now.
And
So
it's 11:30.
yep. So all right. So maybe what do you want to do? 10 minutes?
Whatever you want to do.
2 minutes?
Whatever.
What do
want.
you? No, I'm looking at you. You got to work in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta. So I have to. I'm probably gonna leave at like 12:15, something like that. So.
All right. Well, let's just kind of go around the horn then before we'll give Joe a chance to come back down and strap his headphones down and say goodbye, and that's it. And on that note, so this has been the Schnozzcast episode 30. The best Schnozzcast episode that it can be divided 3 times by 10. We're going to see you next weekend for episode 31, which is one better than 30.
And it'll also be taking place before what?
Oh, episode 32.
No, it's going to be
Yes.
taking place before the annual URO pig roast.
That's true.
It
That's true.
might be the dry cast. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how that goes.
Oh, I think it should be.
For you and I. Hey, you and I.
You know what?
You and I.
Everybody else can do what they want, but you know what? You've got a whole
Well, let's
day's
hear it
worth
now.
of drinking and eating there. And quite frankly, you could use the water. So if we did a short podcast,
And that'll be at what time?
what time did you say it was going to be?
1 o'clock?
That's
So-
not what time I heard.
So
last
it
time, but-
starts at 1500.
Yeah, so if we do 1 o'clock,
I thought I heard you say noon.
we can do either or.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys come back, you'll be able to hear more about what will be taking place after the podcast that day.
All right. So coming up next episode, we're going to detail our plans for the sober podcast before episode number 32 for the pig roast at Uncle Ray's Official.
So feel free to tune in.
All right. So this is Bob saying, "Oh, wait,
You are
hold
doing
on.
live there?
No,
Pig
not
roast?
not at Uncle Ray's. We'll do one here before
Before the pig roast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's too loud. At the pig roast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yes, at the
So
pig roast. it's too loud.
we'll revisit the rest of the picks of the week before. No, we will before the pig roast. No, today we went into this knowing that it's going to be an abbreviated cast.
Yeah, we've actually got a lot longer than I thought we were going to go.
Oh, no worries.
I'm just picturing in my head if you did it live at the thing where you're like, hey, we're live, and everyone starts talking. 2 minutes later, it's just like sawing off a pig's head. They're not going to slaughter it there, are they?
Have you been to a pig roast
Yeah,
before?
well, I was
That
going
was
to
a
say
joke, Danielle. I was
Just-
joking. Oh my
Eh.
God.
Sometimes it's hard to tell, Joe.
So now that our PETA representatives are leaving the room,
You thought that I thought that they would be slaughtering a live pig on the patio of Ray's before they threw it on the spit.
I put
Bob, any
nothing
final
past you.
thoughts?
hug your loved ones close tonight, folks.
Words to live by. I don't think that can be topped.
Yep. And so we'll try. Corey,
After that, no, I got nothing.
Danielle,
Nope.
Joe.
Welcome death, everybody, because it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
That's it for all of us at the
That's it.
Schnozzcast tonight.
Good night.